I think there's huge challenges facing universities at the moment in terms of responding to disclosures of sexual violence. What we've had is really a dismissal of sexual violence as being a problem in our universities for forever, really. And what we're seeing in other institutions is them having to responding to big scandals of people speaking out. And that really is starting to hit the university sector. I think we have a really big responsibility now to start making sure that we're taking things seriously within the university sector and treating it as serious as the matter deserves to be treated. One of the things that I think is essential is that universities start to provide training for staff within the area of sexual violence disclosures. We don't just kind of know how to respond to sexual violence. I think we can have a lot of perhaps people who might panic when they're faced with a disclosure, or we might have people who think that they know how to act and think that they know what to do, when in fact that might not be in these circumstances the right thing to do. Individually, universities need to take responsibility to find out what services are available in their local area. So there's some training that can be kind of given generically, but also you need to build up those relationships with your local services, so your local rape crisis service. You need to make sure that the counselling staff at your university have received relevant training so that you're not just dealing with it yourself after you've taken that disclosure. You're not trying to support somebody or counsel somebody yourself as a member of staff. You've taken that disclosure, you've taken it seriously, and you've got those additional resources and those partnerships, that partnership working within the wider community to respond properly in the weeks and months that follow. So I think, you know, we've got to realise we are at the beginning, but I think things are moving too slowly at the moment. I think the students in particular are looking at these institutions which they're paying a lot of money to be at, which have a lot of respected people, which people look up to, and they're thinking, what on earth are you doing? You need to be moving faster on these issues. To a lot of students it seems absolute common sense that a university would have a sexual violence policy, and it is expected now, I think, from a lot of students, and increasingly it's going to be expected from parents. Questions are going to be asked at open days. I think the collaboration in terms of responding to sexual violence is very timely, because we know that sexual violence policies are going to have to be developed. We know that staff are going to have to start responding appropriately. Otherwise, there's going to be more legal cases in terms of failure to respond, and possibly in terms of the Equalities Act as well. So I think, although universities might think, you know, we'd like a really bespoke training eventually, I think this is a very quick way to not have to spend those years developing. You know, we know that within universities things can take an incredibly long time, talking about things, waiting for holidays, waiting for a new term, waiting for a new Dean of Equalities, and this means that you can pick something up off the shelf, tailor it towards your university in terms of your own policies and procedures and support organisations, and really start rolling it out immediately. There doesn't need to be a delay, there doesn't need to be a wait till next year, there doesn't need to be a wait till we've appointed somebody in this area. This can be taken and rolled out immediately, and I think that is what we owe to students. I think the main benefit of online training in this area is that you can make sure that you've always got people trained. So if you get new porters in, if you get new cleaners, if you get a new cohort of postgraduate students who are supporting undergraduate students in halls of residence, in particular courses or modules, you get new people, new set of volunteer students on a helpline. It means that you can quickly roll this out immediately to new members of staff. It's not, well, next term there's going to be a course on this that you can attend if there's places available and if the trainer is available. It's saying that we don't have to wait on this matter. We've got something which we can make sure that we've equipped our staff to support students in the best way that we can see possible at this point in time. It's available now. And we can ensure that also staff feel that they have the tools that they need and that they feel confident in responding.